MBC, we're back. I'm your host, David McDonald. We got Miller, we got Cleo. AJ's out on an assignment. We have friend of the show and I guess you've contributed to a couple episodes now. Genean Martin, how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
All right.
Doing good.
Good.
Cool. All right, we're gonna jump right into this. I realize who my audience is. I got some country folks, but I got some picky eaters on top of that. So I know I got a mixed bag of folks on the show tonight. If you had to eat one dish, like if it was a dish you had to eat every day for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Rice.
Okay, rice. All right.
Macaroni and cheese.
You got two starchaholics, got rice, got mac and cheese. What you got, Cleo?
Shrimp.
Okay. Cleo, Cleo, he's a gym rat, so he's electing for protein, shrimp.
I'm just a seafood junkie.
Okay. That works too. I think for me, if it was one dish I had to eat every day, that's a tough one. I would probably say green beans, actually. I would say green beans. And there's a couple ways you can prepare them. You can steam them, you can saute them, you can boil them. I would say green beans. So, I mean, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I know that's a vegetable, and I probably could have chose something that was a vegetable and a protein, but yeah, that's my thing. So
that one really is an odd one.
yeah. Now, I would doctor it up. Got your garlic, got your onions. So I mean, it would be enhanced green beans.
Oh yeah, I love green beans too, but I don't think I could have them every day.
Gotcha. All right. If there was a superpower that you could have, but it was kind of a useless superpower. I know this is a variation of a question that we've talked about a while back. If it was kind of like a just a random, somewhat useless superpower, what would you want to do, or what would you want to have?
I would say Dracula's stare. And reason why I say Dracula's stare, because he can influence women, or he can entice women just by looking at them, and then they'll fall for him.
I mean, does that tie in with the career that you used to want, or is that just that's nothing to do with that?
It definitely ties in.
Okay.
I'll be like Bailey, no comment.
Woo! What you got, Cleo?
That's a hard one. I can't even think of nothing. A useless superpower.
I think for me, if I had to think useless superpower, I'd probably say something like be able to smell, have an enhanced smell like a dog or something. I mean, in some scenarios that could be a good thing, and probably more often than not, it'd probably be a bad thing. But yeah, I would say enhanced sense of smell. What you got, Janine?
I don't know. I mean, a useless superpower? I mean, like I'm Googling, trying to see what one would be.
What you got, Cleo?
I go with
Like, I don't know.
That's funny.
I go with X-ray vision. That way I can see what I want before I get it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I see what you want in terms of like going out to a seafood restaurant, or are you talking about or in all situations?
In any situation.
See? I already knew that.
So I mean, are you and James in the same line of work? In a different
Oh
line?
no. I'm not talking about that situation. it was.
You just said in all.
I guess it would work good in that situation, but I wouldn't use it for that situation.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't want to see that type of stuff until time comes.
Ooh.
Oh, cut it out.
Okay. You got anything, Janine?
I mean, I like maybe walking through the wall or something. You know how you can like walk through a wall into another room, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Walking through walls. Oh, okay.
Almost like X-ray vision. You can see anything.
Almost.
I'm like, yeah. It's like, could that tie in? It's like, man, that could tie in too. All right. I'm trying to think. Okay. Here's a good one. What's the funniest thing that's happened to you during a vacation?
I don't know if it was funny or not, but I went on one time and everybody thought I was a professional athlete. And they treated me like a professional athlete. I mean, I had women running up to me. It was crazy. And I played the part too. But at that time, I was like, at that time, I think I was like 235 pounds.
Oh, shoot.
I mean, I looked like an athlete back then.
Shoot. Okay.
And 230 muscle down. I mean, it was giving me free stuff. It was the best vacation I ever been on. I'll put it that way.
I mean, were they trying to get pictures with you, autographs? I mean,
they got all that.
Oh shoot. Okay.
I played the part to the T.
Okay.
I'd have walked down and they gave me, well, they didn't give it to me, but they upgraded my room, put me in the 45th floor up in Atlantic City.
Ooh. Okay.
Go up there, you come down, women escorting you out the thing. Man, it was awesome. It was truly awesome.
I see the wheels turning in James' face. What you got, James?
I hate to say it, but I never had a vacation. I never been on a vacation.
What?
It's sad, yes. It's sad, but I never took a vacation.
It's almost unbelievable.
James, you're 35 years old and never been on a vacation.
Who's 35? No.
I was trying to hype you up. It sounds like you don't want to be hyped up.
No, seriously, I never took a vacation.
Are you gonna change that in 2025? You gonna change that?
When you was on active duty in the military, you ain't never taken vacations.
Nope.
Are you serious?
Positive. Dead serious on that. But I will, trust and believe, I will have plenty of time this year.
Oh, having time is not the issue. So you're saying you're gonna make it happen.
I'm definitely gonna make it happen.
Okay. You have any ideas up to this point? Any ideas where you would go or what you would do?
No. But something will come to mind. I'm quite sure once I link up with you, I know something will come to mind.
Okay. All right. What you got, Janine?
It would go good with a nice young lady on your own.
I don't want no young one, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, we remember. That's why he said it.
I know.
What you got, Janine?
I can't think of anything funny. I mean, I've been on a ton of vacations, but now, I mean, my husband would have been able to probably pull something out the air, but I mean, I can't think of anything like funny that has happened to me on vacation.
So you mean all the cruises you done been on, you didn't see nothing funny happen on the boat?
I mean, seeing something happen and something happening to me is different.
True.
So
I think for me, we were on vacation seeing family in Atlanta. There was a jazz festival at Piedmont Park, and there was an artist that had a unisex name, and so one of the local TV stations was doing random interviews with people. Now I didn't volunteer for the interview; they just put the camera in my face. Yo, hey, blah blah blah, what's going on? What are you here for? Who are you here to hear? Whatnot, And I gave a generic response. I said, hey, I'm a musician myself, and I just can't wait to, I like these open air, music festivals, blah blah blah. And then the reporter, she goes, and she called the person that she said, you looking forward to hearing so and so. I said, oh yeah, I'm a big fan of his, blah blah blah. And she looked at her cameraman and was kind of like, okay. And would you know that artist was female? And they aired it. So yeah, that was
just say I don't know.
That was my funny BS moment. That's basically what that was. I was just like, what was I thinking? So yeah, I'm definitely of the mindset now. If I know 10% of the answer, I say I don't know. If I don't know 99.9% of the answer, I say I don't know. Or I'll say something like, I can find out for you, and I just leave it alone. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny. And my my family, boy, they were ribbing me about it. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. What would you say growing up, what would you say is the silliest thing you ever got in trouble for growing up?
I used to have a gambling problem, so I used to get in trouble. I think that was silly. At a young age, I mean, it wasn't for much money. We'd be playing little 5-cent cards and stuff like that. But I used to always, and it was a little club that we used to go to and play. And my mama found out I was up there one day and came pick me up, her and another friend of mine, and his mama, which his mama was more outrageous than my mama. So that was real funny to the guys anyway. It wasn't funny to me, but to everybody else, it was funny.
Mm-hmm. I know James got something good on this one.
Tell you the truth, throwing eggs out the window at the neighbor's kids.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, was that the silliest thing? That's the silliest thing you got in trouble for.
I got in trouble behind it.
Okay. Shoot, the cost of eggs these days, I could definitely see children getting in trouble for that today with it as expensive as eggs are now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got, Genean?
I don't have anything because I was a good kid, and I didn't get in trouble. Like, I've only had one spanking in my entire life, and that was for not reading a book or something, doing my homework, and I was like 11. Like, I was a good kid.
And that surprised you, huh?
Right?
Did that spanking work?
Don't be looking at your ego over here.
Did that spanking work?
It did. I only had one. My dad never spanked me, just my mom. One time.
So no, she don't know if it worked or not. Because she don't know You don't know if it worked or not with one?
I knew he was going to say.
Well, I never had another one, so I mean,
That is funny. Silliest thing. I didn't get a spanking over it, but I was a teenager, and we had an ATV growing up. I was riding down the dirt road, and this random snake was crossing the road. I said, "Oh yeah, I got something for him." So I was doing wheelies on the snake, killed the snake. I put the snake in a grocery in a plastic grocery bag. Guess what I did?
no.
Guess what I did with the bag?
Took it home.
Took it home.
And handed it to your mother?
I sure did.
I'm surprised she didn't.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
That's
I
not
can see that.
hilarious.
I can see that.
No, my mom's a country girl. I mean,
I know.
my mom has killed a possum with a plastic broom before. And I'm not trying to. No. I didn't get a spanking for that. I'm saying I got in trouble for it though. I mean, I was laughing even at
What did you get in trouble for? For handing it to her?
Yes, yeah, because she wasn't expecting it. It was like, it was kind of one of those moments. So.
I killed many of them and took them home. We catch them, take them home, make sure everybody saw the kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, James, gonna have to figure out when you're coming because I've been looking over some armadillo and iguana dishes. I'm gonna hook it up. We're gonna hook it up for you.
You should hook them up that rat one you sent me yesterday.
Oh, dude, wasn't that crazy?
That was crazy.
And when they prepared it, I mean, it looked like random.
Like she said, you'll never know.
Random beef and broccoli.
Like he said, you'll never know the difference.
Want to bet? Want to bet?
Yeah, you would never know the difference.
I'll take that bet. I would take that bet with you, James.
It looked just like ground beef.
It sure did.
Okay, you said it looked like ground beef.
Now, once you taste it, you might know the difference. But looking at it, you would not know the difference.
Okay.
And those guys that was eating it, that was their first time, and they enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be awesome, James. It's gonna be awesome.
Awesome for who?
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome for YouTube. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
James, you got to come out your bag, son. You've never been on a vacation. That's a good thing to eat on your vacation and have something to talk about for the rest of your life.
Won't you eat it? Yeah. I don't hear you saying anything.
Well, the rat part I wouldn't eat, but the armadillo and all of that, I might would try that. But it's just something about a rat that's not eatable for me.
You wouldn't know.
Now here's the thing, Cleo. Have you eaten a squirrel before?
Yes.
That's a tree. That's a tree rat. A squirrel's a tree rat.
But it's just like saying a catfish is a bottom feeder.
It is.
What you call a shrimp is a roach family, but it's totally different.
I mean, a shrimp is a bottom feeder.
Yeah, but it's totally different than eating a roach.
Yeah, but
a squirrel is totally different than eating a rat.
Now,
I mean, that's how it looks to me.
Right, but tell me what is the difference in a rat and a squirrel? What is the difference?
They look totally different.
What? No.
A squirrel looks nothing like a rat.
They're both rodents. How you say they don't?
A squirrel, because I got a million. You haven't seen all the videos I done put on that with my squirrels.
I got
a squirrel and a rat look nothing
egg.
like a rat. I seen a lot of people eat muskrats and stuff. I could never do it.
Muskrat and a rat is two different
I
things.
understand it, but it's got that name rat in it. I could never do it. A muskrat, a possum, and a cone, you can't feed that to. Anything else out there in the wild, I have no problem eating it.
How do you say that they're the same? A squirrel and a rat.
Oh, I didn't say that.
No, I know. David did.
They're both rodents. They both are opportunistic eaters.
Rats eat everything.
Squirrels eat everything. People don't know that.
Squirrels eat mostly
nuts. My squirrels must be domesticated because they eat acorns.
They must do.
Corn.
And you can look
bird seeds.
And you know what? I put a chicken nugget, 2 chicken nuggets out in my front yard, gone in 2 hours.
Well,
it was a squirrel.
Yeah, what did you see the squirrel eating it?
Yes. I saw a squirrel pick it up. Yes.
I want a video.
Squirrels eat lizards. Squirrels eat snakes.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, well, I ain't got a problem with that either. Crabs eat snakes. I've opened up a crab one time with a snake inside of it, man.
Man, cut that bull. Cut it out.
Nope, dead serious,
Go ahead
bro.
with that fool.
I'm
That ain't
dead
about
serious.
crab.
Hey,
Man,
I'm
go ahead with that nonsense, man.
I'm dead. I'm
I'm
dead
telling you,
serious.
James. I mean, nature is unpredictable.
But it didn't stop me from eating crabs. It was just one food.
Now, I have seen squirrels eat French fries before.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, squirrels are opportunistic
Yeah.
eaters. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
But I'll eat a squirrel any day of the week.
And you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put that to the test. I have rabbit in my freezer right now. I'm going to cook some rabbit and I'm gonna put it in the front yard and I'm gonna video a squirrel eating it.
I mean, I guess if you make it small enough, you might eat it. And you gonna waste rabbit feeding it to a squirrel?
It's gonna be a small piece. A small piece. Yeah, I'm with you on that. The rabbit costs $30. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yes.
I don't see how James didn't eat rabbit, because when he was in the military, man, they used to serve rabbit all the time back in the 80s and 70s and 80s.
I went in the military in the 70s.
I said 70s and 80s.
Okay, but I won't there though.
You was in the 80s.
89. 89. Cut it out.
Man. Okay, I'm sorry.
James, I mean, why are you determined to only eat chicken and beef? I mean, what's that about?
No. I prefer chicken over beef any day.
So you don't eat beef?
I barely seldom eat a piece of beef, maybe once a month. But I eat more chicken than anything.
Same.
And a lot of people can say, I don't know how you can eat chicken every day. You must got wings coming out of your back.
And that's the worst possible
chicken-
piece of meat you can eat.
Hey, you know what?
A
You know
chicken
what?
will eat anything.
And that's with a capital E. I've seen chickens eat chickens.
Yes, a chicken will eat anything.
If you work, my bus driver, she used to have a couple of large chicken houses. She sold eggs, and whenever a couple times she would hire me and my brother to go and pick up eggs when one of her workers was sick or something. And if a chicken gets hungry, they'll eat their own eggs. They'll if like a chicken gets sick or dies, if you don't get that carcass out of there within a certain amount of time, that carcass it's gonna leave on its own. And you know how I'm saying they're gonna eat it.
Yeah, chicken one of the worst eating animals that we eat.
That's in a commercial chicken house, and that's in the yard pimps. Like grandma's chicken house in the backyard. That's anywhere.
Yeah.
That's anywhere. That's out, like I said, commercial or private.
We were on a cruise one time in I don't know if we were in the Bahamas or I don't know where we were, Cozumel or somewhere, and they had a KFC there, and the chickens were out in front walking around.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, do you know where you're at? Because they're getting ready to come get you and put you in the frying pan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to look at it like this. A lot of birds are scavengers anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that some sparrows and crows eat other birds.
Yep. Yep. Chicken's a scavenger just like a catfish is.
But a black bird is good eating.
It is, absolutely. The large flocks will fly in the air. You get a shotgun and shoot up in a big flock going by, drop like 4 or 5 birds at once.
Well, y'all can have it.
I'm with you, James.
I'm not eating it.
We used to go out in the yard and set up baskets, put a little corn and stuff underneath the basket, had a black bird crawl underneath that, pull the string down on the bird. My grandma would cook them for us. A lot of them wouldn't eat it in the house, but my grandma would cook it. And we'd feast on it.
Yeah. James, have you ever had potted Vienna sausage, potted meat, spam? You ever ate that kind of stuff?
When I was a kid, but when I found out what it was, I stopped.
Ain't no meat, just like any other meat.
Oh man,
It's
cut
a
it
whole
out.
bunch of meat through together.
Don't tell
Cut
me.
it out.
Don't tell me what it is.
Huh?
Don't tell me what it is.
Oh, ain't no but
I eat Vienna sausage. I will eat Vienna sausage. I don't want to know.
Hot dogs and all that the same stuff.
So James,
you gonna eat it anyway.
So James, you don't eat hot dogs anymore?
Nope. I can't tell you when the last time I had a glizzy.
You won't even eat you won't eat an all beef hot dog?
No, because I know what I don't seen how to make when they made hot dogs. When I went to the slaughterhouse out there in Chesapeake, I used to see them how they made it. You know, when I was in the when I had home ec, that was a class project that we had.
No meats then, because all meats are the same way. They just throw that stuff together.
No, they don't, man.
I guess if you go in a chicken house, you won't eat a chicken factory, you won't never eat a chicken again.
That part.
I don't seen how they did. I don't seen how they killed the chicken. I done killed the chicken before, but I tell you one thing, I didn't eat it.
Why'd you kill it then?
Yeah, who ate it?
Why'd you kill it?
Because when we was out in the field, I was at the Robin Sage program out there with the special forces. Out there training. Somebody bought them a livestock. They bought them a goat. They bought chickens and everything. And they showed me how to hypnotize a chicken.
Okay.
And then what you do, you hypnotize it, then you pull the head from the body. You don't have to necessarily cut it. You can pull the head.
Bring it off. And
no.
My grandmother had great technique. But
and they flop around for a long time with the head gone, bro.
No. I'm trying to tell you the new era. I'm trying to tell you the new era.
Oh, I don't know about the new era. I'm
giving you the details. You hypnotize it first, and then you pull the head from the body. And once they did that, I didn't eat it because they made chicken stew that night out there in the woods. I didn't eat it.
But they were trying to accommodate you though. Chicken.
Well, they can try to accommodate on. I didn't eat it.
What'd you eat?
I had an MRE.
You had like an oatmeal bar or something?
Well, had your bowl of water hot enough to get the feathers and stuff off.
Yeah, they had all of that out there. They showed me how to gut it and everything. I told them I didn't want to learn.
You cut it up just like you would cut up a chicken at your house.
I didn't do none of that, Bailey.
I'm saying, but that's how you would do it.
First of all, I'm not gonna cut no chicken up in the house. If I buy any chicken, it's gonna be already wings, legs, and thighs. That's how it's gonna come.
I want to know how you hypnotized it.
Okay. You take the head, you put a stick over the head, and from his beak, because you know when the chicken is down like this, it can't move around. So you take like a stick or something, and you draw from the beak 3 times. And then once you do it, matter of fact, I can send you a video how to hypnotize a chicken.
Okay.
Just somebody having fun with a chicken.
No, ain't nobody having fun. Oh, this guy right here.
Messing with your mind.
What MRA did you have, James? When you out there, how did you keep your energy up?
I had, you remember the old MREs that came in the dark brown packet?
So not T-Rats, you're talking about the one after T-Rats.
Yeah, you know, like they had the ham egg, they had the egg omelet, the ham slices, the Frankfurters.
So which one did you eat?
I had the ham slices.
Oh, okay, so you eat pork then?
Yeah, I'll tear bacon ass up. I love bacon.
Another one of the worstest animals you can eat.
I was just going to say that.
I will eat any and everything.
Pigs have been known to eat humans.
I know.
Still eat them if they can get their hands on them.
But it's only certain parts of the pig that I eat. Bacon, pork chops.
What difference does it make what part it is? It's still the same pig.
No, I don't eat no pig feet. I don't eat no chitlins.
Why?
Pig ears, pigtails, hog bones. I don't eat none of that.
It's still a pork.
Okay, so you basically saying you don't eat parts. Okay, you don't eat appendages. Okay, but you're still eating the pig.
Exactly.
Bacon.
It's still a pig.
Okay, I understand that. Just like
everything in that bacon is in his guts too. It comes from the guts to get to the bacon.
I beg to differ on that.
I'm not trying to.
You can bang all you want.
I'm not trying to look too much into this, but I mean that's biology, James. Come on now.
Yeah, that's biology.
You got to work with us on that one. Well, hey Cleo, you know what? If James don't want to play ball, we're gonna make some fire. We're gonna make some fire videos on exotic food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good to try different stuff.
I'm trying to include James. I'm trying to. He's resistant.
Now, the first time I ate alligator and all of that stuff, that was new too, and it took me a while to get it to my head. But once you taste it,
Yeah.
okay, you got it then.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna eat that neither.
I know, James. I know you can do it. I know you can.
I know I can, but I just won't do it. Just like yesterday, the commander, he said, I'll pay anybody $200 and give them a 4-day pass if they eat a grasshopper, live grasshopper.
Oh, I ain't eating shit live. Now,
if they would allow me to put it on a toothpick and like take a lighter and like enhance it with a lighter to kill some of the parasites, game on. Live, yeah, I wouldn't do it live either.
No, I ain't eating nothing live.
I mean, yeah, I know it's in the Old Testament. I know, but yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it live. I mean, I've eaten crickets. I've eaten cooked crickets, so that's not a big deal. That's not.
Yeah, and if he had said cook it and give it to me for $200, I could eat that.
Oh yeah, he would.
I ain't eating nothing live.
He would have got robbed that day. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Okay. What would the title of a book about you be if it had to make people laugh? What would be the title of that book if it was about you?
I would probably be self-love.
Okay, self-love.
And everybody would draw from that know me. They swear up and down that's the only thing I've ever done all my life.
Okay. So I'm hearing you say there's lots of evidence that backs that up.
Oh yeah. Puts nobody in front of Cleophas. Nobody. Children, grandchildren, nobody.
Oh,
Cleophas is always first.
Woo. What you got, Genean?
That would make them laugh. I mean, I like to line dance. I like to dance, so it would have to be something with dancing, probably. I don't know what the title would be, but it would have to be something with dancing.
Okay. I think for me, because I not intentionally, but I guess it's just the way my mind processes information. Mine would have to be something that deals with changing lyrics in songs. So I would say something like name that title or something like that. It would be something that deals with hearing the wrong.
In your own version.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dance to a different tune or something like something like that. Yeah. What you got, James?
I'm trying to say something hilarious, something humor, a sense of humor.
So okay, you're saying the title will be something around a sense of humor?
Yeah, something funny, because I'm always doing something funny.
Like I ain't gonna eat that.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got a title. It can mean one. It can mean, and it could be more than one thing. You want to hear the title?
What is it? No, I don't want to hear it. No.
Hey, you were born and raised in Norfolk, right?
Yeah.
The North.
I just sent y'all the video of how to hypnotize a chicken.
Okay. So I'm telling you, James, it would be a bestseller. It'd be called The Norfolk Jammerman. It would sell, it would sell like hotcakes.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
I had to jazz it up a little bit. I'm telling you.
And the Jammer man ain't got now recording of himself.
That would be that book would go crazy at the bookstore. That would go crazy. And see, and people would be like, okay, is that a musician? You know, is that a songwriter? Is that a musician? Or is that like a DJ? You know what I'm saying? There's all sorts of ways you could kind of go with that thinking. Just saying. All right. If you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why?
I'm going with a silverback because I'm the baddest thing in the jungle.
Okay. 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 It looks like James. It looks like James approves of that. Okay.
I might have to say a lion.
So you be a what?
A lion.
A lion. Okay. Why is that?
Because I'm the king of the jungle. Everything got to go through me.
Okay, y'all focus on the jungle. Okay. Okay. All right. What you got?
Oh, probably a horse.
Okay.
They're fast. I don't know. They run fast. They're pretty when they run. I mean, the hair, wind blowing through their hair. I'll be a horse.
Okay. Okay. I think I would be like I would be a hunting dog, like some sort of hunting dog. And the reason I say that is because, sometimes in some cases, the owner of the hunting dog, that hunting dog can eat just as good as the people that live in just as good as he do when they're out on hunting trips. That hunting dog is depended on, the hard worker depended on, gets the job done.
Get kicked around a lot.
For
chasing horses, definitely for chasing lions.
Depends on the situation. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. All right. I got one more for y'all. Let me see here. Here's a cool one. Might can have a little fun with this one. If you could start a rumor about yourself, if you could start a rumor about yourself, or if you had to, either you could or you had to start a rumor, what would you say?
Yeah, probably I hit the lottery, and I'm living good till they catch up with me.
Because in those scenarios when if people know you got money, yeah, they'll definitely be hitting you up.
They're gonna be hitting you up.
You be definitely in demand.
And I just be running, telling the lie. I can't catch you. You think I'm gonna be here? I'm somewhere else.
People
lying to them. Every time they call me, hey, you in Hampton? No, I ain't in Hampton.
You talk about treating you like a celebrity. Ooh-wee on that one.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Genean?
I was gonna say the same thing. I would start a rumor that I have money. I mean, some people out there saying I got it anyway, so might as well just go on, run with it.
Gotcha. What you got, James?
Ain't no wrong with having money.
What's that, James? He said
ain't no wrong with having money.
No, there's not. But some people think I got it when I don't. But I just act like I do.
I would say that I had spent a week at the Playboy Mansion.
And no video.
No.
No videos to prove it.
Like you say, a rumor.
You there? You got to have some video to show me that rumor.
Hey, you know what, James? You know what? And if Cleo go in on this, I'll go in on this.
Bill Cosby's were there, but you can't prove it.
Oh,
He talking about the Playboy Mansion.
I guarantee you, they got.
Hey, James. A friend of mine's a reporter. She ended up getting assigned there for a weekend. There's a nude resort here in Virginia. You
talking about the White Terror Resort?
Yeah.
You can't hide that kind of stuff from James. You can't hide that from him.
That's right there on Isles of White County, right off of 460.
So you've gone.
I've been there a few times.
That's his first vacation.
It wasn't no vacation, I can tell you that.
Oh, it wasn't even a working vacation?
No.
So you
I can tell you, matter of fact.
Were you there for business?
No. Matter of fact, barely know the person I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He told me about it. And the only way that you can go if you be a member up there. So I went and looked around, observed, and it was a few activities going on, so I liked it, and then I became a member. But I haven't been since then. And I leave it at that.
Okay.
But I had planned on going when I have some spare time.
Hey, you talking about like renewing your membership?
No, it's a lifetime. Once you play, it's a lifetime membership.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
And he think he ain't got no video on him.
Oh my goodness. I am trying to process. Amanda has a conservative diet of only chicken, has gone to a new resort. Oh, wow.
I'm quite sure y'all been to them new beaches and stuff like that, right?
I have not.
I went to one when I was young, but it was no fun. When first time I went to California, we went out to they had one Black Beach in California.
Oh.
And we went out there.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no fun to me because, don't get me wrong, most people you saw out there wasn't worth looking at. That's what really turned me off. And I never went back. My first sergeant, the first sergeant and the gunnery sergeant, they went back time and time. They were burnt up laying out there on the beach. The first sergeant, they couldn't hardly walk. They almost got discharged for it.
Oh. So they flirting with skin cancer going to a new beach.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I went out there, I'm like, it wasn't for me.
Well, keep in mind, Cleo, your background was different than theirs. I mean,
yeah, and you had people out there.
You had already checked a lot of boxes, so going to a new beach wasn't a big deal for you.
Right. But I don't know if you had pretty women out there like they are nowadays, it might have been different, but it was just a bunch of, you really didn't want to see it back in that day.
Regardless of that, I know you done ran through something that when you was out there. Cut it out.
No, I only went there one time.
But I'm still regardless of that, you done ran through something when you was there.
I do not want a woman who's like that.
Oh man, cut it out.
No, sir. If I'm dating you and you tell me, come on, let's go to a nude beach, we done, bro. We done. Now I'm not gonna say I ain't gonna never see you.
I ain't gonna ask you to go to a nude beach with me.
I'm talking about a woman. I'm talking about if I'm dating a woman and she stand there and tell me, come on, let's go to a nude beach, We done.
Why?
It's just something. It's just a woman that I don't want that will take her clothes off in front of everybody. Even though I know it's the same thing everybody in the scene all their life, it's a totally different for me.
But you rather take all your clothes off in front of all these women and stuff like that.
I'm a man. That's totally different.
Oh, that's bull crap, man. Come on, let me.
A
Look,
man and a woman is totally different, Miller. I don't care how you look at it. What a man do, a woman should never try to follow. And yes, you got them doing following, but they will never be looked at the same. I take my clothes off, walk down that street, and everybody look and laugh. Woman take her clothes off, nobody wants to deal with her no more. A man and a woman totally different, bro.
Why do you? I'm not saying I disagree with you, but why is that the case still?
Because that's a man's instinct to do stuff like that. It's not a woman. A woman is supposed to be kept.
I'm not gonna walk down those street butt ball naked and nothing like that.
You won't eat a frog, Miller. That's not saying much. You scared to change.
Ooh.
Tell him.
Oh my goodness.
Let the lady tell you. A woman and a man, totally different.
What do you got to say on that, Genean?
I mean, I'm not gonna get naked and walk down the street. But I mean, I know some that have had, when their husband has had friends over, walk through naked. Mm-hmm.
And she would not be my wife no more.
And I mean, there's a lot I could say about her. So just leave it at that.
So you gotta tell me.
That's a fun woman. That's all you could use her for, a fun woman.
So you gotta tell me, Bailey, if you walked in the house butt ball naked in front of, let's say, 6 women, that's fine with you?
That's fine with me, yes.
How the hell you can tell? How the hell
I'm
is
a man.
Oh man, that's disrespectful.
If my wife walk in front of them, 5, 6 different men butt ball naked, we done. Simple as that.
I disagree.
You can disagree all you want to, but that's just me. You're not going to do things that you do for me in front of my friends.
But you can do things in front of her that you can do in front of her.
In front of her friends. She's not going to be there. I wouldn't do it with her there.
Wait. Okay, so you're saying your wife at work. I mean, wife, because you're not.
Yeah, work somewhere.
So you saying your wife at work, her 2 or 3 of her friends come over, you gonna give them a lap dance?
If that's what they want. But I'm a man. I'm a man. That's totally different. And who am I gonna blame for it? If my wife come home and get mad, I'm gonna tell her they're your friend.
So they
they're your friend.
I mean, would they make you do it though?
Yeah, that made me do it in a sense. I mean, they didn't make me, but that's gonna be the conversation. You know, this is what they wanted.
Look at James.
They knew who I was.
Look at James.
They know who. They're disrespecting you. I'm not disrespecting you. That's them disrespecting you.
Wait. Disrespecting.
So
no, I'm at home. I'm allowed to walk around in my home naked.
Oh no.
So they
and
just
walk in front of her friends.
Oh,
no, her friends were supposed to got up and left. They were supposed to got up and left if they were her friends.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, seriously.
I'm learning so much.
So if I come to your house and you in there naked and I don't want to see you naked, I'm gonna leave. But if you stay, that's what you want. And that's who she should be mad with, them. Because they supposed to be your friend. When I did something stupid, they were supposed to got up and left. I don't know why y'all were built there.
James,
I don't know.
James,
I know why y'all were built there.
Oh my goodness. I got nothing on that. What you got, James, before we close it out? What you got, man? Mm.
Lord have mercy. That's one thing I can say. Barely, you, regardless or not, barely, you're not supposed to do no stuff like that. If she finds out that you walk naked in front of her friends, you think she'll be happy with it?
She should be mad with her friends for being there.
Why would she be mad at her friends?
Because
And
they
she
didn't
should be mad
leave.
at you.
They should have got up. If they had got up and left, then she could be mad with me. But if they stay there, she should be mad with them because she's their friend.
Okay, vice versa. You're not there, but she do the exact same thing in front of your friends.
And I know it.
You didn't
We
find
done
out
anyway.
what?
We done.
How the hell y'all done, Bailey?
We done.
Okay.
That's just that simple for me.
Basically he's saying, James, what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. He's basically
there you go.
He can.
It ain't never been good for the goose and the gander. Gander and goose, two different things. And y'all sitting there, and y'all know this. Y'all know a woman cannot do what a man do. We're built different.
So you trying to tell me a man can do what a woman do?
No. Man ain't got no business doing what a woman do.
Here's where, and you know, I can say this, James. I can agree to the point. I can agree to some extent of what he's saying, and here's why. Here's why. Because if men and women were equal in society, across the board in all jobs, they would get paid the same. Other than the military, that generally doesn't happen in terms of, you know, people doing, you know, men and women doing the same job, getting the same money. It generally doesn't happen. Now, NBA and WNBA, there's a reason why. It's all about fan base. It's all about TV contracts. That's a whole nother story too. We could probably talk about that in an episode. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I didn't know I was gonna learn so much tonight, and I'm just, you know. So.
Man and woman, two different things. I don't care what nobody say. A woman can never do what a man. It's just like if I go out and cheat, and she go out and cheat, I'm dropping her dead. Now, whether she want to keep me or not, that's up to her. But I would not have a woman. I would not stay with a woman who cheats on me in a relationship. I don't care what
double standard.
There's no excuse.
So James and Genean, he's basically saying as long as he don't find out about it, it's all good. The moment he finds out about it, it's a wrap.
Well, it's definitely all good if you don't know about it. I mean, there's nothing. You can only once you find out about it if you know it. Right. There 5 or 6 people come in telling me at one time. It's almost like, okay, something going on.
Yeah,
got to go.
I got you.
But if you don't know, you don't know.
If 5 or 6 people come tell you, and you can believe them, and she telling you something different.
Are you serious?
Oh, cut it out.
Only a fool believe one person over 6 or 7.
Oh, cut it out. That's
cut it out nowhere.
You should not be listening to no hearsay, Bailey.
Only a fool believe won't listen to that. If you got 6 or 7 people not coming at you from a different angle, and all I'm telling you the same thing, bro, check it out for yourself. And because 9 times out of 10, one of them is telling you the truth.
Okay. 6 or 7 people tell her the exact same thing that you doing wrong.
And 9 times out of 10 is probably true.
And she confronted you. You gonna tell her, no, they ain't me.
Exactly,
I know you.
I'm gonna tell her that.
Oh, bullshit, Bailey.
Yes, I will never tell her on myself, son.
But okay, she telling you the exact same thing, but no, baby, I didn't know. They lying on me. But you gonna believe it though.
Because I know she's lying just like she know me. I'm lying, but I would never tell on myself.
James, it's in the handbook. It's in the handbook, James.
What handbook? Y'all keep saying a handbook. Where's the book at?
Right there.
Oh man, cut it out. That ain't no book upstairs. What you talking about?
It's book wide open right now. When a man tell on himself, there's something wrong with that man.
He trying to give you game, James.
First of all, Bailey, you got to live the right way, not the wrong way.
See,
Now that's in the book.
no, what book is that in? Because what's right for James may not be right for Cleophas.
The
so
Bible.
there is no right way and wrong way.
Yes, it is. The Bible teaches all live righteousness. Isn't that one of the laws that was written?
There's different rules in the game. All through that Bible too, is different rules for different people. There was different rules for different people in the Bible.
Okay, Dave, I'm done. I'm done.
You can be done if you read the Bible, you know it. David did not have the same rules as Jesus.
Say what?
Everybody in the Bible had different rules and different parts to play. Everybody, none of them played the same part.
Thank you, MBC, for this moment. Dave,
you hate her in the truth.
That's not the truth.
That is the truth.
Dave, go ahead and close it out, Dave.
That is the truth. If you Adam did not have the same rules as David.
Oh my goodness.
There's different rules in the Bible, son. For different people, different eras.
Oh, well, we definitely gonna have to continue this one. That question, I have to remember it. All right, we'd like to thank you guys for watching this episode. If you got some content questions and ideas, please shoot them to us. If you want to be a contributor on the show, respond to the email in the video description. I'm your host, David McDonald, and I can't stop laughing. We got Miller, we got Cleo, we got contributor Genean Martin. We're signing out. Y'all, thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, y'all have a nice night.